What is going on, everybody? Everybody have a great New Year's and all that good shit. All right. Gonna do this update of all the movies I watched in December of 2020, like I do my live streams because the other room is under construction right now. So, yeah, I apologize that it's not the normal quality of my normal videos, but just gotta deal with it for now. Uh, First off, I want to give a shout out to Heroic Waffles, my man, for hooking me up with shit. Where are we at? There we go. The new channel logo. Um, awesome job, man. Really appreciate it, dude. Way better than what I had before. Very kind of you to take the time out of your time and do that for me, man. I know it's time consuming, so really appreciate it, man. I love this fucking horror community and everything. You guys are fucking awesome. You guys that join in on the live streams, especially Patreon supporters, all you guys that interact, you guys are fucking awesome. Thank you to the new subscribers too. I got a few new subscribers over the last few days, and so thank you very much. Um, I'm still shooting towards that 2,000 goal, guys. I really need to get to like 4,000 to get everything from all the studios and shit. But I'm just shooting for 2,000 right now, and take it from there. Every 1,000 subs, I'm definitely going to do something special for you guys. I mean, I do giveaways all the time as it is, but I'll do another like Amazon wish list giveaway or something like that, and let you guys pick what you want and everything. So yeah, let's get there, guys. I need your help to get there, though. I can't do this on my own. All I can do is push out the content, post on social media, and all that good shit. You guys got to spread the word too of you know the awesomeness of this channel, I guess. Yeah. Let's roll into it, guys. Going to start off. These aren't in any particular order, and some of these I watched because my kid wanted to watch them, so I can't say no to my son. Um, you know, you guys know how it is, you parents out there. But first up, watched this one for New Year's. Been holding on to it for New Year's, and disappointingly enough, it doesn't even take place on New Year's. Well, kinda, sorta. But that is the Vinegar Syndrome release of Bloody New Year. Uh, yeah, it's not great, but it's okay at best. You only got like this and New Year's Evil for New Year's Eve, so I mean, I'm sure there's other movies that take place during New Year's Eve. They just don't have it in the title or something, but this image here, this never happens, by the way. So should old acquaintance be forgot or just brutally murdered? There's only one feature on here as well. There's a commentary with director Norman J. Warren, which is it's okay. It's not the best. There's quite a few times, especially towards the latter half of the movie, where he's not even saying anything for a while. But there are some interesting facts. There's a snow scene that takes place. He talks about people on the set having to use the little spray foam snow stuff used for Christmas and everything because their snow machine wasn't working very good, and some other interesting facts about the movie. But very nice slip on this. Very good job from Vinegar Syndrome. I will say there's even a disclaimer at the beginning as well that says, hey, pretty much this is the best we could do with what we had to work with. And the print's not perfect. There's, I guess, water damage, moisture damage, and everything to it, and some yellowing and all that. But they did the best job they could, and it looks pretty decent for the most part. There's a few scenes where you get some lines through the picture and everything, but the basic premise is you have some kids. Well, I'll say kids, but they're probably my age. At an amusement park, at a fair, whatever. They're attacked by some guys for fuck, I don't even know why. And they take a boat to an island. The island has this hotel where back in 1959, this group of people were succumbed to a government experiment gone wrong, and the airplane pilot carrying this government experiment crashed on this island and gets them stuck in some kind of time warp somehow. Not really sure how. It doesn't really explain all of it, but it does give you some story. The first part of this movie, the first like hour of this movie is kind of tedious. It's kind of hard to get through, and you're just kind of like, what the fuck, the whole time. There's the beginning, the very first kill in this. A guy is killed from. I'm not going to give everything away. Don't worry. Is killed from someone who comes out of the screen, out of the projector screen in this little theater they have at this hotel, and he's somehow killed by being scratched in the face, and that's all that happens to him, and somehow dies. And people are attacked by nets and things like that. There is a couple decent kills in here. Again, I'm not going to give everything away. There's one involving a neck twist, and there's some cool scenes towards the very end of it with a lot of makeup effects and everything. But overall, I can't really recommend this one. I don't know. It's got its moments here and there, but it's if you can find it cheap enough, definitely pick it up. If nothing else, if you're a Vinegar Syndrome completionist like myself, especially for the slips, definitely grab it. This is from 1987, by the way, and the director of this also did at least 3 other Vinegar Syndrome releases that I know of. He did Terror, Satan's Slave, and Prey. So I'm hoping those are a lot better. I have not watched those yet. I hear Terror is pretty good. So yeah, again, not a high recommend. You do get your reverse art the same as the slip on here, and your Blu-ray DVD combo. It's I don't know, it felt a lot longer than an hour and a half, and it's like right at that, I do believe. 94 minutes, so an hour and 4 minutes. Sorry, hour and 34 minutes. Again, not a high recommend on this, guys. I don't know. Some of it's just a lot of what the fuck moments, like what is going on? Why is this happening? But yeah, Bloody New Year, 1987, and kind of a pass for me if you guys, like I say, aren't completionist or whatever. I mean, like I say, you don't have a whole lot to watch for New Year's. I mean, the only thing that relates to New Year's is back in 1959 is when this New Year's Eve ball thing was going on, is when this experiment happened. So they're stuck in 1959 on New Year's Eve. The ghosts kind of live in this hotel and try to take anyone out that goes into the hotel and has them join them in this kind of stuck in 1959 phase. Everything that happens in this movie, too. Everything goes back to normal. So there's like scenes of things being broken and things catching on fire, things like that. And shortly after, it all goes back to the way it was. So some interesting stuff, a lot of, what do you call it? Reverse photography type stuff going on. All obviously practical effects, 1987. And there's a point too where the 3 guys that attack this group at the beginning appear on the island too, and I have no idea how they knew they were there. They end up on this island because their boat sinks, and so how the other guys knew exactly where they were, I really have no clue. But it is what it is. It's supposed to be fun, and it just wasn't that fun, and it wasn't that great. The last 10-15 minutes are pretty entertaining. Other than that, yeah. Well, we got about 20 movies to talk about here, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it. I did watch Visiting Hours as part of this 2-pack here from Scream Factory. I'm trying to watch stuff to do my next episode of movies from the 80s. And trying to fill in some of the gaps on stuff I need to watch. So I did watch Visiting Hours from 1982. You have Michael Ironside in here as the villain. You have William Shatner in here. Not a whole lot, but I believe he's like the head of this news studio where the main actress works, played by Lee Grant. And Michael Ironside is probably the worst killer I've seen in a movie. He's so fucking pathetic in this. It's basically a movie that the news anchor lady is saying some things that Michael Ironside's character, I believe his name was Colt, does not agree with. Probably says the name on the back here. No, not really. But I mean, his performance is decent. Don't get me wrong. I like Michael Ironside. I think he's great, especially like Total Recall and shit like that. But back to the story. I'm getting off track. So this anchor woman is attacked by Michael Ironside's character. She's sent to the hospital. I'm gonna go through this pretty quick, and then he just proceeds to try to get her from there at different in different ways, and goes after some of the nurses and things like that as well. There is a big part with one of the main nurses in here. But he's so pathetic at his attempts. I don't know. Just like, man, this guy is a shitty fucking serial killer. He's got some other issues too. It flashes back to some scenes with him and his father, and a scene with his father and his mother, and you see something drastic happen to his father while he's attacking his mother in kind of a playful way, and she takes action and does something to his father. I'm not going to give everything away for those that haven't seen it. I mean, I just now watched it, so it's decent. It's not great by any means. I'm hoping the Bad Dreams is a lot better than Visiting Hours, but it's okay. This is directed by Jean-Claude Lord. Probably best known for I don't know. I'm trying to find something here, but I'm not seeing a whole lot that comes to mind. So, yeah. I mean, he's got a lot of credits to his name, but nothing I've really heard of. But yeah, it's a decent watch. I mean, especially if you have this 2-pack, you might as well watch it as well as Bad Dreams. But there is features on here. There's an interview with screenwriter Brian Taggart. There's other interviews on here as well. I don't know why I didn't list them all. There's about like 3 interviews on here and some other stuff. There's some trailers for other Scream Factory. And I watched the one to Dungeon Master. I gotta watch that shit. Yeah, it's okay. I don't know. It's all right. The one I tried to stream and got kicked off of trying to stream this with you guys on YouTube here. Jack Frost. I did watch it though. It's back in its protective case. It's a fun movie. Shannon Elizabeth, early Shannon Elizabeth, and it's Jack Frost. I'm not going to go into a lot on this title here, but we all it's a fucking killer snowman. All right, from 1997, and Scott McDonald that plays Jack Frost. He's really good in it. I like it. He's got the right voice for it and everything. Didn't go on to do a whole lot of other well-known, films or anything, but I believe he was in Jack Frost 2 as well, and same director in the second one, I do believe, directed by Michael Cooney. Yeah, and we only did Jack Frost 2 and Center Stage TV documentary series. It ran 27 episodes, so from 1996. I guess 97. It says 96 on here, but it's 97. It's fun. Don't go in. I mean, you can't go into a Killer Snowman movie taking it serious. So, some good, decent kills in here. It's gooey at times. You do see Shannon Elizabeth's backside a little bit, but other than that, there's not really any nudity. I love the Christmas tree kill in here. Probably my favorite kill in the movie. And like I said, it's fucking Jack Frost. All right, one I did a full review for is Deadly Games Dial Code Santa Claus, or 3615 code Pierre Noel. Here's your inside of the Vinegar Syndrome release once again. Awesome movie. I love this movie start to finish. Like I said in my full review, the ending could have been a little bit bigger. Could have had a little more happen in the end, in the very end of it. But that opening scene, from the very beginning, where you get that little montage of the kid getting all ramboed up and everything, you know, a sadistic killer dressed as Santa Claus after this boy just trying to play a deadly game with him. Finally catches him at one point, and then he's like, "Hey, it's my turn," and he wants him to chase him. He's only after him just to play a fucking game. You got the kids setting traps and things like that. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail because I already did a full review on this. If you guys want to check that out, definitely do so. I'll try to leave a card up top, and it's fun, guys. It really is. This is a very high recommend, especially if you guys collect Vinegar Syndrome. Definitely grab this one. I feel like I spent too much time talking about Bloody New Year, so. All right. Moving on to the Silent Night, Deadly Night films. Everybody knows these. Silent Night, Deadly Night from 1984. This is the Scream Factory release. Love this movie. You got Linnea Quigley in here as well. This thing is packed with features as well. As well as a new HD transfer, new Sleigh Bells Ring, the story of Silent Night, Deadly Night. I watched all of these features, commentary, all that good shit. And I believe it has commentary anyways. Yeah, audio commentary with Michael Hickley, Barry Popkin, Scott J. Schneid, and Michael Spence. Yeah, tons and tons of features on here. And I just love this movie. I think it's just so much fun. Another one you can't go in expecting a serious movie. You got comedy elements in here. You have horror elements. You got suspense. You got a little bit of everything in this movie, and a fantastic release from Scream Factory. For those that don't know anything about Silent Night, Deadly Night, for whatever reason, it's basically young kid Billy sees some tragic events happen to his parents, especially his mother, as he's, a young child. He gets sent to an orphanage. Things happen in the orphanage as well with the nuns and everything. And he grows up, he gets dressed up as Santa Claus, loses his shit, and goes on a killing spree. And he's there to punish. Awesome movie. Love the antler kill. Very good. Some other good kills in here as well. Just a fun time and a definite watch around Christmas time for sure. I know I went through that really quick. Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. This one from 1980. I'm trying to cheat here and use the second screen so I actually see I feel like I know something. All right, where are we at? 1987, so 3 years later, we get Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, which is half of the film being a rehash of the first film, as Billy's brother, Ricky, is talking to a psychiatrist and telling him what happened. And I don't really understand some parts of it. There's some parts of his flashback storytelling that is scenes where he wouldn't have been there and actually knew what was going on, especially the scenes where it talks about his mom being killed by this guy dressed as Santa and stuff from the first one, and what really being the trigger for Billy's killings in the first one and Ricky's in the second. And, he's just like this little infant at the time and didn't see anything that actually happened, and some other stuff that takes place in the orphanage where he's not even in the scene. But so that doesn't really make sense to me. It's not good. It's fucking terrible. This movie is absolute trash. But it's one I'm going to keep and maybe revisit because it is fun once you get past that. The part where he is on a killing spree for no fucking reason throughout the neighborhood is great. And him and his fucking constant fucking eyebrow shit is just wow. Ricky's played by Eric Freeman, who isn't a good actor. He's fucking terrible. but it's got its moments, guys. I believe it's the same director as the first one, if I'm not mistaken. Um, it doesn't want to tell me, does it? I guess I can just look. Uh, Directed and edited by Lee Harry, and no, it's this one's directed by Charles E. Seller Jr. So not the same director, but yeah, this does have a new audio commentary and new sleigh bells ring again. The story of Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, new Ricky Today, a short film featuring a 2018 interview with Ricky Caldwell, and a new I Don't Sleep, an extended interview with makeup effects artist Christopher Biggs. I did watch all the features on here. The features alone are worth picking this up, though. It is very fascinating, some of the stuff that they talk about. And, it, they even refer back to the first one quite a bit, as the movie did as well. But, yeah, definitely a must have for the collection, especially if you guys collect Scream Factory and everything. And try not to spend too much time on these guys. But yeah, I mean, not a whole lot watched for December. But I mean, 20 movies in a month is pretty damn good, I think, with everything else going on with the holidays and all that good shit. Tales from the Crypt, 1972. I watched this based upon must watches around Christmas time, and there is the first segment revolving around a killer Santa that escapes a mental institute. And the rest of the segments are pretty decent too. You got like 5 or 6 people, I don't remember how many, that are in this like cave for some fucking reason. I have no idea why. They meet the crypt keeper. I don't think he was referenced as the crypt keeper at the time. Who's just a regular looking person, and kind of shows them their fates and everything. pretty decent little anthology, and the Killer Santa one's pretty fun. It's that's the only one I'm really going to talk about. Basically, this lady takes out her husband on like Christmas Eve, and after she commits that murder, you have the escaped killer Santa Claus trying to kill her. Of course, she can't call the cops or do anything like that because she's committed a murder, and she pretty much gets what she deserves. But yeah, pretty decent little flick. It's only rated PG, I do believe. It's not going to tell me, is it? But yeah, it's only rated PG, but it is pretty graphic at times. And I love the car crash one. That one's pretty good. I watched this very early on in the month, so my memory is a little foggy. But yeah, it's pretty damn good. I don't know what I just clicked on here, so trying to remember some of the other ones. I can't remember off the top of my head, but they're all pretty decent segments here. And this is directed by Freddie Francis, who also directed Tales from the Crypt one episode TV series in 1996, Last Respects, Dark Tower, Dark Tower from 1989. Tells that witness madness. He likes the tells beginning there. They came from beyond space, the deadly bees. Yeah. The skull, that sounds familiar. The creeping flesh. Directed the creeping flesh. So yeah, Tales from the Crypt, 1972. I say give it a watch. Especially if you collect these Scream Factory double packs like myself. It's definitely one to have. I'm going to have to check out Vault of Horror because I believe that is from that's 1973. Okay, so if I ever backtrack and do 70s horror on live stream, then be another one to watch. Yeah, it's a fun watch. It's especially for a PG movie. All right, this next one here is Love and Monsters. Probably my favorite film from this stack next to Deadly Games. Um, Absolutely love this movie from start to finish. Didn't want it to be over. Of course, I did a full review for this as well. I'll try to leave a card up wherever the fuck it goes. And I'm not going to really go too much into it because I did that review. It's basically a post apocalyptic movie where Dylan O'Brien's character is taking a journey on the surface while everyone is living underground to avoid these monsters after we destroy an asteroid heading towards Earth, and the chemicals from the weapons we used come back to Earth and infect certain creatures, insects, and things. Not all of them, apparently, but enough to where it is very dangerous to travel above the surface on Earth. And he is on a journey to go be with this woman that he loves. That 7 years prior, they were in a relationship together. And he meets up with Michael Rooker's character and the little girl here on the front. And they kind of teach him about surviving and everything. And he finally meets up with this girl, and things happen from there as well. There's some other people involved that come to the island that they're on, or come to the it's not really an island, but come to the beach area where they're camped up at. But really, really good movie. Dylan O'Brien was perfect for the role, and just a great cast all around. Really, really enjoy this one. This was my first review copy from Paramount. This is, again, available January 5th. This coming Tuesday. Definitely pick this one up, guys. I can't recommend this one enough. I haven't heard anybody watch it that did not like it. It's great. And he has a dog as a sidekick right here that is just fantastic, and their relationship is awesome. And so if you guys like hero dogs and all that kind of stuff, and movies with like intelligent dogs and or just dogs in general, definitely check it out as well. Again, I can't recommend it enough, guys, and I'm not just saying that because they sent it to me. It really is a good movie. You guys know me by now. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you something's good just because it's free. All right, moving on to another one that really surprised me. This was sent to me as a Christmas gift from Frank Fulci over at Repulsive Reviews. Thank you again, man. Really appreciate it. That is The Wolf of Snow Hollow, starring Jim Cummings. I didn't know anything about this guy going into this movie, and I started to look up other things he was in. I didn't recognize a lot of other movies that he's in, but I definitely want to check some of them out. One of them I already put on my wish list was called Thunder Road because it sounded the most interesting. But he also wrote and directed this movie as well. And he did visual effects for Captain America, the Winter Soldier. So it's kind of interesting, kind of a multi-talented guy here. This is an interesting film. It's an interesting take on the werewolf mythology and everything. And it's not what you're expecting. I'll say that much. I don't want to give away what happens, but it's really hard to talk about this without giving too much away. This also does star Robert Forster, who passed away shortly after this was, or maybe even before this was released. But his last movie was actually the Breaking Bad El Camino movie. I know that came out way before this, but I guess that's the last movie he shot. And he was also in like Jackie Brown, Olympus Has Fallen. I think he was in all the other Fallen movies as well, if I remember correctly. Yeah, he's got a ton of credits to his name, and Me, Myself, and Irene, Mulholland Drive. Yeah, tons of like I said, credits to his name. I want to say he was in all the Have Fallen movies, if I'm thinking correctly. Anyways, yeah, London Has Fallen, plays General Edward Clegg. Like, yeah, really, really good movie, though. Jim Cummings is awesome in this. His comedic timing is fantastic. It is a horror comedy. it shows his battle with alcoholism. He goes to AA meetings and things like that, and so he's kind of fighting his own personal demons along with trying to track down this killer who is or is not a werewolf. I'm not gonna say. And me and my kids were trying to guess who the killer was the whole time, and we were all fucking wrong. We weren't even close. So good luck if you haven't seen it on guessing who the killer is, because you're not going to be right. So it's basically a werewolf killings taking place, and him not wanting to believe it's a werewolf, and other people telling him that it is, and all this kind of stuff. And like I said, his battle with his own personal demons, some stuff with his daughter, and everything. And really good movie, really good snow setting. This is all shot on location. Everything is real. The elements are real, and you can definitely tell that. And it's definitely it hasn't really been snowing much here in the Indianapolis area, but it's definitely a good watch for a snowy season. But highly recommend this one, guys. If nothing else, stream it first and see if you like it. It's definitely not for everyone, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. There's a lot of language in here, by the way. But my kids are, grown, so whatever. All right, this next one I'm not going to say a whole lot about. That is Krampus. It's fucking Krampus. I still enjoy this movie. I think I like it actually more every time that I watch it than upon initial watch. Upon initial watch, I thought it was just okay, and then I've watched it almost every year since, and it grows on me more and more. I love, what's his name? Fucking David Kochner. He is so great in this movie. I love, again, scenery, the cinematography of this movie, the way Krampus looks, even though he's not in it a whole lot. It's just I love the look of Krampus. I love the coat that he wears. All that, going into the features, you see that all that stuff is handmade and made to look old and distressed, and they did a really good job on the costume. And the sound on this movie is absolutely fucking fantastic. I love the sound. It is lots of deep bass and everything. And I got a shitty fucking sound system. I really need to upgrade to Adobe Atmos, but they're still so fucking expensive. I can't pull the trigger on one yet. But that is definitely going to be my next big investment. So if you guys have Adobe Atmos surround sound, let me know what you guys have and if you like it or not. Or don't. I don't. Whichever. But something I definitely want to invest in the near future and get the full effect. I got one of my speakers over this way is not even working. I got to figure out why. So one of my surround speakers isn't even working. Anyways, I'm getting off track. It's Krampus. It's awesome. It's the Christmas Devil. The little boy throws that letter out the window or whatever, tears it up, and says, fuck it, whatever. And here comes Krampus because he doesn't believe in Santa anymore or whatever. And Krampus is wreaking havoc on this. I love the elves. I love the. I just love everything about this movie. It's kind of faded off into popularity. Not as popular as it was when it came out, but still a fantastic film. If you guys have not seen this for whatever reason, definitely check it out. I know Christmas is over, but it's still winter time, so it's still a good time to watch it. And I can't recommend enough. You can pick it up for like $5 off Amazon. So definitely do yourself a favor and grab this shit. All right, moving on. We have Better Watch Out. I gotta say, I think this is another one that I enjoyed more this time. It's a kind of a home invasion movie and kind of Home Alone. It's I know when I first saw it, I did not see the twist coming whatsoever. Trying to find some information here. It's basically about a babysitter babysitting this not little kid, but he's like 13, 14 years old or 12 or something. Fuck, I don't remember. But very mature for his age. He's got the hots for the babysitter. He kind of tries to play a game with her, with one of his friends. Things don't go so well, and people get frustrated and take things to a more extreme than they should. And I'm not going to give everything away in this because it really threw me for a loop the first time watching this for sure. And I said two. This is from 2016. Yeah, Levi Miller that plays Luke did a fantastic job in here. He was also in Pan. He played Peter, and not a whole lot else. A Wrinkle in Time. That's really the only ones I know. But the main chick in here is absolutely fucking gorgeous as well, played by Olivia DeLong, maybe. She was also in The Visit, and yeah, The Visit. That's the only other one I know. The Society TV series, whatever that is, I don't really know a lot of. And she's in a Untitled Elvis project coming out. So there is a really, really cool Home Alone style kill in this as well that I was just like, wow. That involves a paint can. This is directed by Chris Peckover, who only other thing is Undocumented. That's the name of the movie. It's called Undocumented. So I hope to see other projects from him. I don't see anything upcoming. I would love a sequel to this somehow. Well, it does kind of leave it open. So, very, very good movie. Again, I can't recommend this one enough, guys. If you haven't seen it, I love the Christmas sweater Blu-ray. You get a little Happy Holidays card in here as well. If you guys haven't checked this out for whatever reason, again, do yourself a favor. And man, the insert is way bigger than the case. I hate that. Good thing the slip's on there. Damn OCD. Fantastic movie. Yeah, again, I'm not going to go into absolute detail on all these. We're already almost 40 minutes in, and we still got quite a bit to go through. The kid wanted to start the Apes movies, so we watched Rise of the Planet of the Apes with James Franco, John Lithgow, and Andy Serkis as Caesar, and continuing on as Caesar in the whole franchise. We watched this after watching a whole nother franchise, which we'll get to here in a minute, and it held up pretty good. I'm not going to talk. It's fucking Rise of the Planet of the Apes. So, the introduction to the new franchise of the Apes movies. I remember this when it came out. Everybody always saying no, or whatever. I know I said it all wrong, but I'm trying not to be too loud. When Caesar finally speaks, that was like a big thing. Yeah, I remember being at work and people just like saying that, and we knew what they were talking about. And James Franco did great in this. I think Franco is a very good actor. I don't much care for him in some of the comedy shit, but roles like this, I think he did really good. John Lithgow always performs well. It definitely has a lot of emotional moments in it as well. This one isn't as actiony as the next two in the franchise, but it's a good backstory. It's really good. I love the asshole that is in charge of them at the place where Caesar's taken to, the pound. Also, when they're all in their cages and shit, and gets his uppies. I don't think his role of I don't even want to say the phrase, but the most popular phrase in the from the original film with Charlton Heston, the damn dirty ape line. It wasn't as effective as the original at all, but it's a good movie and it holds up really well. It does. I still enjoyed it quite a bit. I love the special effects in this, and watching Andy Serkis in the special features and everything in the suit, and a lot of the noises were actually his noises too, and just the way that he moves and the emotion in his face is absolutely fantastic. I love it. I think it's fucking great. All right. I started the Santa Claus films with Tim Allen. We did watch the first two in the series, Santa Claus 1 and 2. First one, still my favorite, then the second, then the third. I didn't rewatch the third, but it's still enjoyable for what it is. The menacing fake Santa in this is just so fucking disturbing as well. Even my kids like, that's just disturbing. Like that's it's kind of a horror film in a sense, with that imposter Santa. They're the Tim Allen Santa Claus movies. If you guys haven't seen them, I don't know where you've been, but they're fun. It's Santa Claus falls off his roof in the first one. He's got to take his place. You got a lot of emotional stuff with him and his son. Of course, he's divorced from his wife, and he has to learn to become friends with his wife's new partner and things like that. And the second one, they're just like buddy all of a sudden, which is really fucking weird. I can say from personal experience that would be really fucking weird. I don't know. But I guess that does happen in real life. I don't know, especially if it's a mutual thing. And I don't know. But they're the Santa Claus movies. They're a fun, good time. I'm gonna try not to make this shit a fucking hour long here. All right. We watched all 3 Maze Runner films. This is the one my kid really wanted to watch, Maze Runner, after we watched Love and Monsters. Is like, what else is he in, Dad? What else do you do? My youngest kid, who was 13, almost 14, but I was like, well, he was the main guy in Maze Runner. He's like, can we watch those? Sure, why not? So we watched all 3. We actually watched 2 and 3 in the same night. We talk about a long fucking night. That was a long night. But another series that holds up really, really well. You do have what's his name from fucking Game of Thrones in here, who is, I think, just great as the villain. I believe he came in on the second one, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, what's his name? I don't remember. Is it Aidan Gillen? Yeah, Aidan Gillen. That plays Jansen, also in Game of Thrones as Littlefinger, and still talks the same. I'm guessing that's his regular voice because he sounds exactly like he did in Game of Thrones, which is still by far my favorite TV series next to Breaking Bad of all time. So I haven't watched season 8, but I'm happy with where I left off on the season 7. I don't know. I'll watch 8 at some point. But he was also in Peaky Blinders and things like that. But anyways, I don't know. It's the first one's the only one that really involves a maze, obviously, and then you get into more. It's kind of like the Fast and Furious franchise. Like the first movie is the only one that really is about the cars and shit, and then it just goes off into other crap. But that's fine. I guess you can't go through mazes in all of them. There's a lot of backstabbing and betrayal in here as well, especially with what's her face? Yeah. Teresa. Kind of turning against them because she thinks she's doing what is right, and you kind of go back and forth on, is this chick really trying to help everyone, or is she doing what's best for her? Is she trying to save herself and everything? And you do have I like the Brenda's the character of Brenda, who also plays the main role in Alita Battle Angel, which I still need to watch. And after seeing her in this and realizing that that's who she is, I definitely want to watch it because she is fucking awesome. I love her growth throughout these films. Um, really, really good. And what's his name? Is it Barry Pepper? Right. Um, really good in here as well. That plays Vince as kind of one of the leaders of the group as well. I really like his role in these movies, and some of the action sequences are whatever. Like I said, it's kind of like the Fast and Furious franchise. They get more and more ridiculous as they go on, but I would really like to see them continue this series. If you guys know if they were ever planning on doing more of these, let me know down in the comments if you guys are fans of these films. And I don't know how many books there were. I know these are based off of books, but really, really good movies overall. I highly recommend checking these out if you have not. They're all pretty cheap now, and you get them into like a collection. I would say they're all like $5 a piece by now. They got to be. And yeah, they're fun watches, and you really get invested in the characters, and that's very important to me, especially with a franchise like Fast and Furious. You get invested in the characters. You get invested in Paul Walker's character and Vin Diesel's character and The Rock's character and everybody. You start to care about them a lot. Anyways, moving on to one that's I didn't think that I had watched this one, and I started watching it, and it's funny. The one scene that I was like, I think I've seen this. It's a scene where they're talking about breakfast and how do you want your eggs. That's what stuck out to me the most on this. Not a fan of this one at all, and I think I remember not being a fan of it. But it was a Christmas. It's supposed to be a Christmas movie. It takes place on Christmas Eve, but that's the only thing related to Christmas at all. It's not festive. There's no like decorations. There's no Christmas feel to it at all, and it's filmed like shit. Like even with this new transfer from Synapse, it's still, I believe, it's a new transfer. Hell, it may not be. I don't know. It looks like shit, and it's fucking boring. That is the dorm that dripped blood, also known as Pranks, also known as something else. I don't remember off the top of my head. This is from 1982. That's another reason I watched it, because 1982 is the next live stream for movies from the 80s, and it's just not good, guys. Um, Directed by Stephen Carpenter and Jeffrey Abrow. Yeah, I don't know. It's I was trying to see what else this was known as. There's another name. Alternate versions. Oh, they do include the scenes that were cut by the MPAA. There is one good kill with a drill in the bathroom as the guy is getting cleaned up and everything. I believe it's the janitor. That kill is pretty fucking good, and it was actually like 10 seconds of that cut out of the theatrical version, and that is put back into this version. Um, People gave this some high ratings. It's rated a 5.1 on IMDb. That's kind of high for me, I gotta say. But if I had to rate it, I'd say it's in one of those like 4.5, 4.6 categories. It's just not that fun, to be honest. It's really not, and the story sucks. I do appreciate. I'm always going to find something good about a movie. I do appreciate the twist. I'm not going to give it away, but I do appreciate the twist because, like I said, I had seen this movie before, but I couldn't remember who the killer was, and I was still shocked. So I will give it that. You did surprise me. Here's your Blu-ray and DVD from Synapse. It's I can't recommend it. If anything, check it out on streaming service first. See if you guys like it. I think again, a lot of the problem is it's not shot very well. It's very dark. It's very badly lit film, and it's hard to tell what's going on a lot of times. I don't know. I appreciate the effort, guys, but not a fan. All right. Now, what I am a fan of is Silent Night with Malcolm McDowell, who I gotta be honest with you guys for a second. You guys know I always am. I don't think, aside from A Clockwork Orange, I don't find Malcolm McDowell to be a good actor at all. That's not the right one. Uh, I just, one of his movies, including this one, I just don't buy it. Okay, that's where I'm going with this. I don't buy his performance. Jamie King's great in it as the sheriff, uh, but Malcolm McDowell, the Halloween movies, the Rob Zombie Halloween movies, he's fucking terrible. Um, Jamie King, I think she did great in this, and she's absolutely gorgeous. My Bloody Valentine 3D, Sin City, White Chicks, Bulletproof Monk, which is actually another really good movie that nobody talks about. Uh, Very fun. Um, let's see. Let's go to Malcolm McDowell for a second. Okay, I know I'm getting off track, and this is going to run over an hour, but that's okay. Um, so I mean, I love A Clockwork Orange. I think it's fucking great. Uh, Trick and Treats. I don't know. Man, he's done so many movies. Silent Hill Revelation. Sheriff Cooper. Yep. Silent Night. Um. Well, shit. He was in. Yeah. Yeah. His performance as Loomis in the Halloween movies, I don't buy for a second either. Him as Loomis. I don't know. I'm just not a Malcolm McDowell fan. I try to be, but good rehash, remake, reimagining of Silent Night, Deadly Night. You do get an homage to the antler kill from Silent Night, Deadly Night. Not as good, but still pretty decent. It is pretty fucking graphic. This one is. This one is pretty gory. And as far as who the killer is in this, I couldn't remember. I'd only seen this one other time when I first got it, and I remembered liking it a lot. And upon revisit, I still enjoyed the hell out of it. I love how, God, I can't think of his name. The guy that they think is the killer, but is not. Denal Laug, or I don't know. Played Quinn in Blade. That's what I remember from. He's also in The Patriot with Mel Gibson, Ghost Rider. I think he had me fucking cracking up. So you do have comedy elements in here as well, like the original. It definitely plays good homage. And the story of the killer in this and why he did the things that he did is very well done. It's a fun movie, great kills, and it keeps you guessing the whole fucking time, and it's never boring. So, and there is, I believe, some nudity in here. May not be. Trying to remember. There has to be. I can't remember off the top of my head. Let's find out, because I know you guys want to know if there's nudity in here, right? Is that going to make it worth your time? Let's see. Where is the Parents Guide? 94 minutes. Grossed $5 million, or budget of $5 million. Grossed 14,000. 130 worldwide. That's not very good. You got a goof in the final fight scene between Deputy Bradamore and Santa. Bradamore's hair changes from being tied up to being loose between scenes. That's all you got for the goof? Wow. I'm trying to find. Yep, here we go. Parents Guide. Sex and nudity is moderate. Oh, yes. There is a photo shoot that takes place in a hotel where you see some boobies, and she runs around naked after that. and that's really about it. So there is like one scene of nudity, and she's got nice tits. So, um, Silent Night, high recommend from me to you. I say pick it up, watch it, add it to the collection. It's a great addition to the Christmas time watches. All right, last physical copy I have to show you guys, that is Black Christmas from 2006. I remembered liking this a lot more than I did upon rewatch, to be honest. It's still it's still decent, but man, it takes a while to get going. You have a lot of sitting around with the teenage girls or supposed teenage girls in here until it really gets going. Now, it is really fucking graphic. There, if you guys are squeamish at all with anything to do with people having things done to their eyeballs or anything, like back to Clockwork Orange, like if that freaks you out, then you might not want to watch this because they love um, gouging out eyes and shit and eating them and doing weird shit. A lot of people didn't like the um, the backstory on Billy on this, and I did. I started to like this movie a lot more about halfway through, and I really like the backstory of Billy because the original Black Christmas, you don't get backstory. You get very little story. And I think that's a good addition to it, to be honest. I don't recognize like any of the cast. Let's see if anybody did anything else. Oh, she did Nightmare on Elm Street remake too, and When a Stranger Calls and Click. Katie Cassidy being the main actress in here, and she was in the Arrow TV show. I think it's pretty fun. I think it's, like I said, graphic as shit, and it does pay some homage to the rocking chair kill scene from the original and a few other scenes that pay homage to the original. This is my old Blockbuster exclusive, unrated, which this Blockbuster one you can find on eBay. I found a couple of them for like $12, 10, $12. So not too bad. We need a US Blu-ray release. I believe there's a Canadian Blu-ray. I could be wrong on that though. This is directed by Glenn Morgan. Like I said, 2006. Also directed. He was involved with the Willard remake as well. He was a producer on that. I thought he was director on that too. He was director of Willard as well. Only directed that, this, and 3 episodes of The X-Files. So not too much directing experience, but I do enjoy the Willard remake as well. Yeah, it's a decent slasher flick. It's got some good kills, and I like the backstory. So I recommend Black Christmas from 2006. Not as good as the original. Still haven't seen the 2019 Blumhouse version. I don't know that I want to. I probably will at some point. Maybe next year I'll pick it up and watch it around Christmas just to have watched it, just to let you guys know what I think of it. And I'm not opposed to watching bad movies, which we'll get to in the future on this channel. Okay. The last movie that this was the first movie that I watched in December, I do believe. Full review for this up. If you guys want to check that out, I will leave a card up top for this as well. I'll try to remember, anyways, to leave all these cards up. And that is the Mel Gibson film Fat Man. So, for those that don't know what Fat Man is, and I don't have the thing to show you, let's do this, shall we? All right. So there you go. We got Fat Man from 2020, starring Mel Gibson and Walter Goggins. It's decent. It's not bad, you know. I like the kind of broken down uh, Chris Kringle aspect of it, and someone out to take out Santa Claus, because usually it's a killer Santa Claus, not the other way around. Like I said, this does star Walter Goggins as well, who is the best part of this movie by far. He outdid Mel Gibson in this. I loved his character as Skinny Man, is all he's referred to. He was also in Hateful Eight, Predators. He was in one of the Maze Runners as well. Is it not going to tell me that? Yes, he was in Death Cure. As kind of the leader of this group, but he is in makeup. Kind of hard to tell that it's him. Yeah, but he is absolutely fantastic in Fat Man. I think he deserves a fucking Oscar for that role. It's a decent watch. Like I said, there's a full review up. It's pretty much Walter Goggins' character is kind of done wrong by Santa when he was a kid, and this other kid is done wrong by him as well during present times, and he hires Walter Goggins' character to take him out. And there's some other storylines too going on. There's some kind of love stuff going on here and there, and things with other things with the main kid. But that's your basic premise of it. And like I said, my main complaint, and I mentioned it in my full review, is Walter Goggins' character, how fast he takes out everyone surrounding Santa's workshop is pretty unbelievable. But still, it's a fun movie. It's a good Christmas time watch, if nothing else. Pick it up, add it to your collection, watch it around Christmas, because we can't have enough Christmas movies, especially something a little bit different than what we normally watch. So, all right, we went a little over an hour, guys. I do apologize. We'll go back through these real quick. Let me know what you guys watched for the month of December as well. Again, we had Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Better Watch Out, Krampus, Wolf of Snow Hollow. Recommend all of these so far. Tales from the Crypt from 1972, Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, Silent Night, Deadly Night, Deadly Games, Jack Frost, Visiting Hours, which it's not terrible. It's definitely better than Bloody New Year. And then we had Love and Monsters, which is absolutely incredible. Silent Night. I really hope they continue on and make more in this universe. The Dorm That Dripped Blood, which is absolute dog shit. Maze Runner Death Cure, Maze Runner Scorch Trials, First Maze Runner, and Santa Claus 1 and 2 from these the original Disney collection. This is before it came with the digital code and everything. And I got a good deal on it back then. It was like $10 at Disc Replay, so I had to grab it before they released the new one. See if I can do anything here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do a thumbnail shot, because we got 19 movies or so to hold here. Let's see. All right, so there are my watches for the month of December 2020. I will try to watch more, and I'm hoping for more first-time watches this time. A lot of these are revisits. But yeah, let me know what you guys watched in December of 2020, what you guys are looking forward to in 2021 as far as movies being released, new or old, either first time on Blu-ray or first time on 4K or first time from a certain label or whatever. Still awaiting my Vinegar Syndrome orders. They've opened the site back. But I still, and one of the orders is like 5 or 6 old movies, like that have been around for a while. Just throw them in a box. What's the hold up? One of them does contain a pre-order. I understand that. And my subscription is unfulfilled still. That kind of worries me. So, yeah, that's going to do it, guys. As always, thank you to my Patreon supporters. You guys are fucking awesome. I'm going to try to come up with some stuff for you guys here in 2021 as far as other Patreon perks. Right now, you guys, you get the extra entries in the contest. If it's a video only contest, you guys don't have to do videos. You can just enter by being a patron. There is some exclusive content on there right now. I've been slacking. I'm still working on rearranging everything. You guys that have big collections know how much work it is. I got to move all this shit out of here. I'm still trying to clean out the other area. Half of my collection still in boxes, which if you're a patron, you're going to see most of my collection that I had stored away. So that's cool. Yeah, and you get to see the progress from start to finish. So I am going to be doing that video. This is taking a really long time. So some of the movies I even show in there, I don't even have anymore. But yeah, there is going to be other perks to it, along with your name, like it is scrolling across the bottom right now. And I'm going to try to remember to put your names at the beginning of the video so that everybody sees them, so they're not at the end and people have left by then. And you get to help support this channel and keep bringing content to you guys. So for that $3 a month, that's all it is. And I don't hold me to anything on what I guarantee is going to be exclusive out for you guys, but I will work on some stuff, especially as it gets warmer outside. We'll go out and do stuff, and I'll do some exclusive non-related movie stuff and everything like that for you guys too, just to see other parts of life. And yeah, all right. I guess that's it. I don't think I forgot anything this time. Last video I forgot like 6 titles, so 20 movies in 31 days. That's not too bad. I mean, you had Christmas going on and all that shit too, so been busy with other things. So yeah. All right, guys, that is going to do it for this video. As always, peace, love, happiness to all of you. Thank you again, Waffles, for hooking up the new logo. Damn it, I'm terrible at this. You're fucking awesome, dude. And yeah, I will catch you guys next time. Bye.